Well, a lot of life feels like a rut right now, but how we keep in touch with those we wish were close doesn't have to feel that way. Joining us now is generational consultant and millennial career coach, Lindsay Baccardo. Good to see you again.
Hey, Tracy, you too. I'm curious, how are you staying connected with your coworkers and family through this?
Well, coworkers, for the most part, I'm still physically in the building.
That's right.
We're doing a lot of, I've actually injured my knee several times trying to keep 6 feet distance in a building that wasn't built that way. Amber is working from home, things of that nature. I, myself, haven't done a lot differently with my family members, but I think that's okay for me, but for some people, they're really struggling, right?
That's exactly right. It's kind of strange, isn't it? We had Easter without our normal family connections. Maybe if you're used to seeing your family on Sunday and you're not, that's kind of weird. And so I've been getting a lot of emails with people asking, I'm not worried about the people I live and work with. Now I'm worried that I haven't seen my parents or I haven't seen my friends or coworkers for so long. So how do we stay connected? Because we can only do so many Zoom meetings and phone calls, you know?
Yeah, well, my family, we're not even doing Zoom meetings yet. So that would be a historic leap forward for us if we did do that. We may get to that, but like you said, some people are kind of beyond that. So maybe break up the usual conversation.
Exactly. There are some ways. One thing is you can ask a new question. So we tried this yesterday on social media to see what happened. We asked everyone, what animal would describe you right now? We got everything from a lion to a sloth to a turtle. So even just asking a different question, you can Google questions all day and find a bunch of fun questions, but we're doing this with our kids and our friends just to see if people can express and get a little creative in who they are. So asking a different question instead of just the straight up, how are you? We all know how we're doing, you know? So that's the first thing.
The second thing, go ahead. Just keep going, please.
Yeah. Acknowledge and validate, you know, the people that you're checking in on, just like you were saying, Tracy, you're already so aware of this, that we are all in totally different circumstances. Your situation hasn't changed a ton with your employees, and with the people you work with, but for some it's changed a lot. And so trying to not compare, just acknowledge and validate, you know, and somebody's sharing, maybe there's a single mom that's trying to work and, you know, help her kids with school. That's a lot. So a couple phrases you can use instead of feeling like, well, at least you're not really sick, or at least, you know, try not to compare. We can say things like, it makes perfect sense that you're feeling this way, given the situation. This scenario sounds really challenging to you. Even just validating and saying, you know, it sounds like you're doing the best you can right now. We all need to be hearing that more and more right now. Some encouragement, just validating each other. And then the last one is what you mentioned earlier, getting creative about connecting. One thing that we've been playing with is this idea of doing a talent show. We do a talent show all the time in our house at night. But doing that over Zoom or FaceTime with our family, that'd be a lot of fun. Just get creative about how do we involve the rest of the family without just more talking and Zooming. Another one you can do is go through your old scrapbooks. We've got time right now. Go through, see the nostalgic pictures, send them to your childhood friends. Nostalgia can help us feel more connected. And then also sending local business cards. You know, one of my clients sent me a card. She said, I can't wait to have breakfast together. I patted you. Here's a gift card. Your first omelet's on me. And she sent me a gift card. So any way that we can stay connected and support our local economy is really helpful.
Well, I'm going to throw my personal scenario at you, and you can just bat it out of the park if you'd like. I love my older brother more than almost any human being on earth, and I always have.
Yeah.
He loves me. We've never felt the need to really connect beyond what we're kind of comfortable with, and I think he and I, because I don't know, because I haven't talked to him, I think he and I are sort of intentionally keeping things the way we normally keep them, because an adjustment in how we would communicate would, I don't know, bring to the forefront what the situation is. So we just keep sending movie quotes to each other. Every time a MASH episode's on, it's, oh, I love that one. Things like, we're keeping ours on the same level while making adjustments to, say, my parents or some other family members and friends who I think are probably really needing more connectivity.
Yeah. I love that. It sounds like you have a pattern with your brother where you kind of check in, do like micro check-ins throughout the day. Hey, our favorite show's on. Here's a funny meme. You know, you've already got that pattern set up, and that can be really comforting too if you already have kind of a ritual or a rhythm around how you connect with somebody. Just keep it going. So that makes sense to me, Tracy.
Micro check-in. Of course you have a phrase for it. Okay, quickly, before we have to go, I want to get back to this talent show. So what are the elements of a talent show at your place?
Okay, if you have a kid in elementary school and it's 2 o'clock and you're like, how are we going to get through the day? tell them we've got a talent show tonight. I can't wait to see what you're going to do. You're going to get handstands. You're going to get magic tricks that don't work, but just act excited. You're going to get cartwheels. You're going to get drawings. We even got a story, a written out story performed live for us. So anytime that you can just inject some fun, something different for your kids to look forward to at the end of the day, kind of helps them move through it, you know?
I like it. I like it a lot. In fact, the Forner kids have no idea what's going to hit them this afternoon. A little homework project from Dad. LindsayBaccato.com, right?
Yes.
We'll put the link on IndyStyle.tv. Always appreciate your perspective and expertise. Thanks so much.